Hello and welcome back to Faith for Dummies. Kind of. We're not fully back yet, but we're just here to say hello. Hi, Rob. How are you?
We are. Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Easter is over. We are into the summer term. So
we are, aren't we?
We thought we'd come back and just let you know that season 5 is on its way.
Yeah. How is it mid-April already? And by the time this is out, it's going to be the end of April.
I know, it's mad. This year is flying past.
Yeah. And you've got some big events coming up as well, so it's going to fly even faster.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But we thought we would just jump in and say hello and give you a couple of dummy moments to tide you over until season 5 is out. So, Rob, have you got a dummy moment for us?
I do, yeah. And they kind of all stacked up a bit recently, so I'm sure they'll pop their way into season 5. But yeah, the one is we had a baptism at our church on Easter Sunday, and I was very privileged to be asked to help baptize this young person. So I baptized them, brought them back out of the water. You know, that's what you're meant to do. And then...
Yes, it's not a baptism if you don't bring them back out.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the dummy moment, no. And I went to then go get changed. I got changed. I came out. I went to my car to put the wet stuff in the boot of the car. How organized of me. Went to the sermon. It was packed. Listened to the sermon, finished it, picked the kids up, chatted to some friends or some uni students who were back. It was really nice. And then I was like, right, we need to go. And I'm looking around thinking, where's my bag of wet clothes? It's not where I sat. It's not where I spoke to someone over there. It's not in the kids' room. It's not in the creche. I honestly can't think where on earth it is. And I spent probably about a good 10 minutes looking for this bag of clothes and a towel. And then all of a sudden I was like, you stupid. It's in the car, isn't it? You were trying to be really helpful. You ended up making it far worse.
So you helped yourself in the future and ended up forgetting that your past self had been helpful.
That's right. And I made it far worse.
So what I thought you were going to say was that you had got into the baptism pool and then realised you'd forgotten any dry clothes, which I have seen happen before.
I thought that's what you might think when I wrote that down and told you that.
At least you didn't fall in.
Yeah, no, there's one kid at our church who fell in when he was probably 5 and he's now 17. Bless him, he just can't live it down.
He got pre-baptised.
I know, I even said it to him on Easter Sunday. Like something like you doing a U or falling in, and I was like, you're probably trying to escape that story, aren't you? Sorry about that.
Yeah, poor guy. It's going to follow him forever.
Anyway,
Nice.
That's it. What's your dummy moment?
Okay. This is a real dummy moment that I think a lot of people have experienced, but it makes you feel so stupid, and then you give yourself a million more admin tasks. Basically, I love Vinted, as I'm sure a lot of people do. And the problem with Vinted is when you put a whole bunch of things up to sell and then people buy them at the same time, things get a bit confusing. I'm also ordering lots of things for our wedding and then having to return some of those things. So long story short, I had a box with a makeup bag in it to return to Amazon, and I had a box with a t-shirt in it to send to a Vinted buyer. Can you guess what happened, Rob?
Did
Amazon...
you, swap.
Amazon now have my t-shirt, and thankfully the Vinted buyer, I didn't actually end up sending the thing because I went to put the label on it and I was like, this box looks a bit weird. And I just checked inside that it was the t-shirt, and it wasn't. So she nearly got a quite expensive makeup bag instead that I didn't want anymore. The thing is, though, what I realised is Amazon obviously do not check their returns at all, because I got a refund for that makeup bag. Like, I posted it, but obviously I posted the t-shirt and they gave me a refund straight away. So I don't know what they do with their returns, but they definitely don't check them.
So if you're working at Amazon and you're listening on here, then do feel free to check that out. I'm sure you don't have anything better to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did message Amazon and I said, can I get it back? And they were like, don't worry, you don't have to send the makeup bag back. It's fine. You can keep it. You can keep your refund. And I was like, no, that's fine. I'd like my t-shirt back though. And they were like, we'll get on that and we'll email you. And it's been a week and no one's emailed me. So I think I'm going to have to cancel that Vinted order. But there we go. That was my dummy moment. I felt very stupid standing in the co-op with this open box of a makeup bag.
Was it like a t-shirt that you're going to sell for quite a lot, or just
no
a cheap one?
Okay. Thankfully, it wasn't like an expense. Like, nothing I sell on Vinted is very expensive because none of my clothes are very expensive in the first place. But I was grumpy with myself for that.
Remember the other week when I told you about going into post office and having to buy the sellotape? They had to do that. Well, my friend said to me, I've already said this, I remember, but she was like, I am so shocked by the amount of people that I hear having to do that. Like, that is not good in the post office. I was like, really? I just thought it was me being stupid, but apparently no, she's like, it's a bit of a scam they got going on.
Oh, there we go. They want you to buy their £7 sellotape or whatever it was. Right. So shall we talk about what our next episode is going to be or what is coming up this season?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I think we're set on the order, but there is a slight chance it could change.
Great. Okay. So we are going to start, hopefully, season 5 with talking to a friend of Rob's about loving the unlovable. And then Rob and I are going to talk about joy and happiness. We've also got episodes focused on different neurodiversity. I can never say that word. Neurodiversities.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about fasting and AI, evangelism, and a whole bunch of other things. So stick around to hear some of those topics in some sort of order this term.
And just to clarify, when Izzy said fasting and AI, that's 2 topics. We're not talking about fasting from artificial intelligence or
well, you might want to
whatever.
fast from AI if that's something that you want to give up.
Yeah, maybe. Fasting AI together could be an interesting one, but maybe a bit advanced for us.
Yeah. What are we going to do for the last episode of the season?
Oh, yeah. So we are going to get you to send in your quick fire dumb questions that you didn't think you could ask anyone, and you can ask us, and we will try our best to answer as many as possible in the time frame that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what you've got coming this season. Hopefully you're excited for some of that. And if you have any other episode ideas that you want us to cover, just let us know, and I'm sure we could squeeze some in somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So we will be back on the 12th of May with episode 1. So stick around, set your alarms, and we will see you then. Yeah,
ready for your walk to school or commute to work or trip in hospital. I don't know, whatever you get up to.
I think we should go now, Rob.
Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.